Welcome to Vaguely Familiar Presents Backward Point. My name is Nazar and as always with me, my brother
Bashaar.
And today, we have solemn news starting the Backward Point era. New Zealand has cancelled their tour,
Abandoned
their tour of Pakistan. I have a lot of things to say, but I'm going to give it to you because I know you've been ranting about this all day. Take it away. What does this mean? How did we get here? And is it justified?
It's very sad to be starting off the Backward Point wing with such an episode. We've been looking forward to New Zealand touring Pakistan. They came to Pakistan. They came to tour Pakistan after 18 years.
Yeah.
Sending their B team, which I'm gonna get into. We're gonna do it.
We're gonna get into all of it.
Yeah.
But I know that you're upset about this massively.
Sad, disappointed, gutted.
All the adjectives.
Any synonyms of that sort.
I mean, okay, so let's get into what happened, right? So today at 12 p.m. 3 p.m. was the first game.
So for us, for our time, it was 5:30 a.m.
Okay.
I woke up this morning, as I do every weekday for work. I wake up around 8 a.m. and I was looking forward to it. And I was like, I'm going to wake up. I'm going to watch probably the end of the first innings and then the second innings on my third screen. I wake up, go on Cricinfo, and there's no score. Yes. It just says match abandoned. There's no additional reasons when I just initially scroll through it. And so I go to my next best source of information, Twitter. And I see everyone sad tweets, angry tweets.
Lots of frustration on Twitter this morning.
Absolutely.
Especially in the cricket wing. But then there were also some people who were very overjoyed, and we'll get to them as well when we cover the conspiracy theory aspect of it. But same thing happened with me. I woke up a lot later than you. I was hoping to catch the second innings, and there it was. I saw Ramiz's tweet, and I saw just Dennis Cricket and all of those people, Sarkhail, on Twitter just going off about how this was a blow.
Yeah.
To Pakistan cricket. As someone said, and I'm going to use this, I told you, embarrassing.
Credit to Shoaib Akhtar for that.
Credit to Shoaib Akhtar.
Yeah, because, I mean, the way it ended is abrupt.
The most anticlimactic end
You can't see this coming. If somebody has a COVID case, they give some sort of heads up.
Yeah.
And the tour would be postponed, rescheduled, but they've just abandoned and they've left with no signs of coming back. And this is going to have huge impact as well. But I wanted to do a deep dive and build up towards the actual abandonment.
Let's go. Let's get into it.
So New Zealand coming to Pakistan after 18 years.
Big deal.
Very big deal. They're one of the top teams in the world. They've played the last two World Cup finals. They're doing something right.
One of the best teams in the world.
They've won the World Test Championship. So, I mean, they're one of the top teams, right?
Yes.
So,
but
yeah,
what team did they send?
Their B team.
Exactly.
And I'm going to get into that as well. But they were scheduled to play 3 ODIs in Rawalpindi and then 5 T20Is in Lahore,
yes,
which was supposed to be a build-up and a part of the preparation for the ICC World T20, which is happening in October in the UAE. Similar conditions would have given their team a chance to test some of their bench strength, which I was looking forward to it. Regardless of that, it would have given Pakistan a chance to test the team that they've selected, which we are going to do a whole separate episode on that.
Yeah, that's coming.
So yeah, they sent their B team, and so that's where I initially got pissed.
So that's where a lot of people's beef started. Because when I saw the team as well, no Williamson, no Adam,
no
Milne,
Bolt,
no
Tim Southee,
no Satner,
no Ferguson.
Okay, where were they?
IPL. They have left their national duty to go play IPL to earn some extra cash.
This is where the feathers get ruffled. This is where the start of the ruffling of the feathers begins. Is that when they skip a national series and then they choose to play domestic or whatever you call it, franchise cricket. That's shady.
It is. I mean, like, I'm just surprised as to how these cricket boards are okay with their players leaving national duty to go play franchise cricket, right?
Okay. Keep going. We're going to get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, so I mean, like, I was just going to name all the players that are not in their team, and literally I can name 9 players. 9 main players. Williamson, Southee, Bolts, Jameson, Lockie Ferguson, Adam Milne, Tim Seifert, Glenn Phillips, Mitch Santner.
Damn.
This is a team of their own.
Yeah, that's 9 people that's gone.
That's
They
just
can
gone.
make that. Yeah, they can make their own team out of that.
Exactly. So the team that the leftovers that came over, we were looking for maybe an easy walkover over them, but some sort of cricket was expected.
Yeah. Also, Pakistan cricket did not have the DRS system, so these ODIs weren't counting towards the world. What was it?
World ICC World League
ICC
Championship.
World
Yeah.
League that nobody can explain apparently.
Yeah.
What that thing is, but that's another podcast. So okay, fine. So these T20s and these ODIs don't really count, but it's important that we play these T20s because there's 5 of them, and we're literally less than 30 days from the T20 World Cup that happens every 2 years. So we're excited, right?
Yeah.
We have chosen our Pakistan squad for the World Cup. That's the squad that's playing in this series. That's the squad that's going to be playing in the next series with England if it happens. Asterisk there. And we're excited.
Yeah.
Then what happens?
Like even before these teams come over, there's a huge security clearance that has to be given to
A month
them.
ago. Yeah.
The ICC comes over, they manage the situation, they observe it, and then New Zealand Cricket's own cricket advisory board, they come over, they see the conditions, and then they give the go ahead, the green signal for them to come over and tour.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened.
That's exactly what always happens, right? That's
Yeah.
what happened with South Africa, West Indies, Bangladesh,
Zimbabwe, ICC World 11.
That's the protocol.
Yeah.
All right. Then what happened? What?
So basically, they kind of skip the quarantine part. I think they quarantined for maybe a couple of days
Yeah.
because they were in Bangladesh, and then there was a chartered plane that brought them here.
Hashtag white
So
privilege.
They came. They were in a bubble throughout the whole time.
For sure.
They train at the Pindi Stadium
Yep.
for about 3 to 4 days.
Yep.
They go to and from the hotel to the stadium. They use the facilities. Everything is okay up until match day.
Okay. Now it's match day, right?
It's match day.
2:30 p.m. is toss, I think.
Toss, but none of the teams are at the ground.
Yes.
Red flag number 1.
Yeah. None of the teams have left the hotel, is what I read on Cricket Info. Right?
Absolutely, yeah.
So it's 2:30.
And minutes before the toss, they announce not to just cancel the match, but the whole tour.
Yeah. A unilateral decision has been made to cancel the Pakistan tour, is what the headline said.
Absolutely. And I'm not sure exactly where they got this threat from, but it was apparently some threat that they received.
So New Zealand government received a threat, and they acted on that threat by canceling the series from their end, and decided to pull
apparently
out
they
their
didn't
players.
even inform the PCB.
Yeah.
It was like you said, it was unilateral.
It was unilateral, which means that one side made the decision to call it off, like most of my breakups. It was a unilateral decision, and what happened was that no team came out. So PCB called Imran Khan to call Jacinda Ardern in New Zealand. IK is in Tajikistan, chilling. He gets the phone. He's like, bro, gotta give Christchurch a call. He gives Christchurch or Auckland, whatever their capital is. Calls Jacinda. Jacinda's like, bro, no hard feelings, but we gotta pull the team out. When your head of state is giving you the clearance that it's all good, you should keep the team there and let the boys play. That should tell you something.
Yeah.
Have some kind of confidence in the head of state.
Mind you, these players get the same level of security that maybe a head of state gets.
Maybe more. Did you see how many police patrols were following the buses as they were leaving for the airport?
Absolutely. And
mind blowing.
It's crazy. And some of these players have already been to Pakistan for the PSL.
Yep.
This is not Pakistan's first rodeo in protecting a team.
Yeah.
We've been doing it since 2015.
Yep.
And there hasn't been any threats. We do a great job. We block the roads. My friends in Karachi can back how frustrating it is for them.
Yes, sir.
When
People
the
in
roads-
Pindi were already frustrated.
Yeah, when the roads are blocked, when everything is literally clear just for the team to travel. It's indeed very sad, shocking, I would say.
Okay, let me throw some conspiracy theories at you.
Yeah.
India's backed up. The Indian Cricket Board said something, and New Zealand was like, okay, we won't play.
I think this is
How much merit is that?
it's just a conspiracy. It's just speculation. But what I do think is that if you look at the timing of this, the timing is very sensitive because New Zealand was here,
Yeah.
right? And then England is coming in next month.
England's already, by the way, said that we're going to give you a 24 to 48 hour window to let you know if we're coming or not.
Absolutely. And the wording part here is that they have the same security advisor that the New Zealand cricket team had.
But from what I understand is that the New Zealand cricket team had a significantly special threat that they were facing.
And they never shared that threat with the Pakistani intelligence agency. We have one of the best agencies in the world. And
Yes.
I'm not just saying that because we're Pakistani, but we do have one of the best armed forces intelligence agencies. And that threat was never shared with us.
Yeah. And not even that. It was like the decision was made unilaterally. So we weren't even part of the conversation to be convinced. They said, this is the decision. We're leaving. And thanks. And see you later.
Yeah, like my opinion is, okay, I understand there's a threat and human lives over cricket any day.
100%.
At the same time, you can...
That's not what we're advocating, by the way. We're not saying that they should have played even though they had this serious threat.
Yeah. No. They could have postponed the game. They could have
Yeah.
rescheduled it. They could have sat down on the table and shared a threat. And the Pakistan's services, they could have made a plan to mitigate the threats, right?
Maybe they would have called off the audiences. No audiences play. Like there's a lot of ways to move around this if they wanted to be moved around. The thing that's embarrassing is that, again, Pakistan was not consulted. Pakistan was told while they were in Pakistan. Do you know how that's like? Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, if
That's like your girlfriend breaking up with you, driving all the way, coming to your house, inside your house. Like, I could have had this conversation on text, bro.
Yeah.
But no, you drove all the way to have this conversation with me just to tell me it's over.
And it hurts more because Pakistan has stood with New Zealand during when times were tough for them.
Yes, they literally... Okay, here's the thing, right? COVID is peaked. New Zealand has a series going on. And if Pakistan doesn't go, they lose a lot of money in broadcasting rights. Pakistan showed up. And when they showed up, they were also yelled at for showing up.
Yeah,
You're not showing up properly.
a strict 2-week quarantine. Bro, we were threatened. They're like, if you guys don't quarantine properly,
You're out.
You're out.
So like okay, fine. I get it. You guys are being very, very like paranoid or just overprotective about the whole COVID situation. We get it. We respect it. I think after that warning, the boys were like, okay, fine. No hanky panky. But then we played the whole series, right? We come back home and now we expect you to come over. And you do.
With your B team.
With your B team, which is also fine. That's fair. Okay, it's the team you sent. If you lose 5 out of 5 T20s, if you lose all ODIs, that's on you. It's not on us. You come over and then you stay. Only to be like, we're out.
Yeah.
That's what pissed me off. And the statement the vibe that I got from NZC was basically that we don't trust you. Same vibe I got when the US government or the US Army went into Pakistan to get Osama. We don't trust you. We don't think you can do the job. Boom. We'll do it for you. Or boom. We'll make the decision for you. We're not playing. We're out. That's what pissed me off. That's the sort of vibes I got from the whole situation.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely embarrassing. It's gonna tarnish Pakistan's image that they've been trying to build and then bringing back international cricket. And if you talk about the impact of this going forward, I think it's going to have a significant impact.
Yeah.
Because England is coming in next month.
Asterisk.
Which is subject to their clearance.
Yeah.
And then next year, Australia is coming. And then the PSL.
What has happened is that they've set a precedent, right? We can come in, we can send our B team, we can be literally 15 minutes away from playtime and call it off.
Yeah. And like now England or Australia, they can use this incident and be
As an
like, okay,
excuse.
yeah, they had a threat. What makes this secure for us?
Yep.
And I think this was a great opportunity. Wasim Khan has been the CEO of Pakistan Cricket Board, has been doing a great job in getting teams over. And this year would have been historic because we would have gotten all the SENA countries. South Africa already came. New Zealand was in the country. England is coming next month. Australia is coming next year. So this would have been unprecedented. But everything now looks bleak, and all the hard work and legwork that was done in the past few years, we might need to start from scratch again.
I feel bad for Rambo. It's like his fourth day at work, and he like drops the bomb on the biggest series that Pakistan has played in about 15 years at home, and he drops it. Like
Yeah.
he doesn't drop it, but it's dropped on him basically, and it
But
sucks.
I liked his tweet. There
His
was
tweet was good.
action in that, and there was, you could
Aggression.
clearly see a narrative that he wanted to set.
Well, if he
And-
follows through or not, that's a different thing. You were talking about something while we were watching this on the news yesterday. You said that Pakistan team should boycott their game against New Zealand in the World Cup.
No, I was just kidding.
Whoa, no. You were saying don't be camera shy right now.
No, but what I am saying is that
Should
Pakistan.
they walk out from the New Zealand game in the World Cup?
No, I don't
Give them
think-
the 2
I know.
points.
I was just joking about that then,
You're being
because
passionate.
the impact for them boycotting the game will have losing the points, yes, but ICC will be at loss, and I think ICC has little to nothing to do with what happened today. It was basically New Zealand cricket. But what I can say for sure is that this has brought a lot of heat to the game on the 26th that we have against New Zealand. 24th we play
26th October.
24th we play India,
Boom.
which we're gonna beat, and then
And
26th.
it's the first game. 24th is. I heard that.
I'm just kidding.
24th is the first game we're playing in the World Cup, by the way.
Yeah.
Always. The first game is India. And India probably has another game before that.
Yeah. So like,
See,
I think ICC wants us to play India first, lose, and just be so demoralized that we just don't go forward.
That's the theory.
Yeah. And all three of our games are going to be heated as hell if you look at the political situation of the world and what's happening.
Yeah.
Against India, because
It's
obviously
India.
it's India. New Zealand, because of what they did today.
Yeah.
And then Afghanistan, because of what's been happening
In
recently.
Afghanistan. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. So it's going to be heated. I hope everything's under control.
It's in
Maybe
Dubai. They're pretty-
crowds. Maybe no crowds. That would be helpful.
Yeah. Because I remember when we watched the Afghanistan. We weren't watching, but the Afghanistan. Was it India game?
Afghanistan and Pakistan game in Leeds. for the
And
World
there
Cup.
were the Afghani fans were violent and aggressive, and there were arrests and people got hurt. So yeah, that's always a scare with that kind of crowd. Anything else you want to share about the sad day, the opening of the backward point? And we have to talk about an embarrassing thing. I was really hoping we would talk about how Pakistan won today, but we couldn't even get the chance.
Yeah, it's just absolutely sad, because if you look at what's happening even in the past, I think 3 games rained out in West Indies.
Yeah.
We didn't get a chance to try out our team there, our team combination essentially,
Yeah.
right? And then 5 games from this series. And if
5 T20s is a lot of T20s,
and if
man.
England doesn't come next month, then basically we're going to be going into the World Cup with little to no experience or match
We don't even know if
practice.
this team gels together.
Yeah.
We don't know if Azam Khan is actually going to replace Rizwan ever. Or maybe Gilchrist. We don't know.
Yeah. But I don't know. I think we're going to have a separate episode doing a deep dive and dissecting the World Cup team.
Yeah. This was just like one of those emergency pods. Thanks for coming, bro. I know you had to be somewhere, but you sat down. I really needed to hear this conversation from you to see what was actually going on and what we felt about it. Any closing thoughts before we leave on the situation? Do you think Pakistan will come out of it, or as Shoaib said, this is it? This is the end of everything.
No, I really hope that England can come and rescue the day.
That'll be a slap on New Zealand's face.
That would be really great, because
But England has never come through for us.
and we have last year we went to England
Again,
and
yeah.
saved their summer of cricket. We stayed at the hotel for 2 months, played the test matches and the T20Is. So I think the least that they can do is return the favor and come back and save our international tours that are
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough, man. It's upsetting. I hope we can. The next backward point episode we have, I really hope we can have a positive one, right? There's a lot of backward point content coming up. As you are the producer, do you want to let the fans know of anything else that they can expect in the coming days or weeks?
Yeah. I deep dive on the Pakistan World Cup selection.
Yep.
Other teams other countries have already also announced their team. So
I just want I want everyone to know, even though we are Pakistan cricket fans and our biases might be towards them, we will be talking about other world cricket events as well.
absolutely.
And I think they can expect a lot of that coming forward. Yeah, well, that's it from me. And if anything you have to say, you can add in, or we can just say goodbye. And I hope everyone's safe, and I hope the New Zealand cricket team reaches Christchurch safely, and I hope Everyone's
I
gonna
hope
get over
I hope
this.
this gets taken up with the ICC, and whoever is behind this, as
Yeah.
there's some sort of accountability.
Yeah. I think some compensation also needs to be paid for the Pakistani team to be literally like.
This is not about the money, man.
I'm just saying, like,
It's about respect, dignity, and image. And at the end of the day, it is embarrassing.
final thoughts were that it's embarrassing. I'm Nazar. We got Bashaar out here signing out from Backward Point. Check out the Vaguely Familiar podcast on all of the streaming audio networks that you stream your audio stuff from. We're on YouTube as well, 4K galore. Cheers, take care of yourselves, and we will see you on the other side. Bye.
Ta-ta.